This is a bit of funny. We are a podcast normally that does improv comedy, but on our Twitch stream we do tabletop RPGs. Right now we are playing a game called For the Dungeon, made by a friend of the podcast and the stream, Jordan Palmer,
and maybe more of a friend to some of us.
More of a friend to some of us.
Listen,
I should hope so.
Jordan and I have a very special relationship, and I'd like to keep it
Four of us have made that joke.
We're not original.
Repetition makes things funny.
We are a hive mind.
It's the rule of fourth, right? And the only reason Lindsay didn't make it is because it's true.
Yeah.
Our players will be running through as vile villains as they are trying to obey the Dark Lord's wishes, and the Dark Lord has one wish: to kill Terry Panner, a wizard student at the magical University of Iowa. So far, our group has infiltrated the magical school, met the headmaster. Bucky, the charismatic goblin, has joined Other House, the four houses: brave, smart, evil, and other, obviously, as everyone is one of those four. Plotting to kill Terry Panner, two of Terry's friends were to be distracted by taking him to Makeout Point, where Vivica, a morally questionable human alchemist,
morally deplorable.
Best light. And the Horde, which is just 100 rats who have gained sentience and a hunger for human flesh.
We've lost 4 of them, tragically, to a fireball.
Tragically, at Makeout Point, the Horde decided to try and set the mood by getting a barbershop quartet of rats, which, when they appeared to the teenagers, were immediately killed, because if you just saw 4 rats come up and start trying to serenade you, you'd probably not react well.
I imagine them to be wearing like the classic barbershop quartet, bow ties, striped hats, like mustaches.
Also, the most romantic music, barbershop.
I mean, a good barbershop will do it to you.
Hey,
yeah.
In the meantime, Vivica accidentally drew the attention of one of the denizens of the the forbidden cornfield, a giant spider truck, a truck with spider legs that began messing up the date, and is now chasing both our villains and our heroes' friends across campus, as we are going to cut now to modern times, or right now, the present, where Bucky and the boatman are getting ready for the big magical polo game, where Terry Panner is the opposing finder. So Bucky, you are currently in, and the boatman, who, by the way, is disguised as Witchred, the groundskeeper, who they murdered and took his skin.
To put it delicately.
Wait. Who's filling out the boatman now?
Nobody.
Did you fill it with something else, or are you just?
I don't think so.
Well, the rats weren't pretending to be his muscles.
Yeah, we were like filling out his form and stuff. Because it was just like a saggy skin on bone.
Oh, I was thinking you were just like hanging out in the like ribs and like the hollow spaces.
Yeah, the ribs mostly, but also like he has a stomach and stuff.
If I might offer a deeply horrific fact, the word muscle originates from Latin, which basically means little mouse because they thought that mussels looked like little mice beneath your skin.
See, it's the perfect.
It was meant to
Perfect
be.
sense.
That's
We are
why
just-
it looks so perfect.
We are on the same page as our Latin ancestors. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
it's upsetting.
All right, note to self: when the time machine is complete, go back.
Kill the Romans.
Kill
Just
the
kill them
Romans.
all.
That was a horrible idea. Also, you're ripping us off. Um, so we have the boatman and Bucky. You are currently in the locker room as you're like getting your uniforms on and everyone's getting ready. The overly muscular Broom is there, as well as the team captain.
All right. So I've just got to find the needle in the haystack and then we win, right? That's why are you guys all here then?
Dude, newbie, there is no single person team.
But it kind of seems like I'm the most important one. I'm just
Fine. You go out there and then you get eaten by a bunch of dragons. Like, fine. Chuck, Brian, sit this one out. That's fine.
All right.
You
They
take
their
on the
swords and
griffins, take on the giant crab monsters. You like, sure, yeah, we'll sit here. You take on the whole other team.
you know what I was just joshing. I was just playing. It's just don't worry about it.
This is your last chance, newbie. We let the whole plant thing go because we really need a seventh person. But this is your last chance.
I got it. Don't worry. I won't let you down. I'll find the needle and you won't let me die and it'll be great.
Well, this isn't going to be super easy. Like, Terry Panner is, like, stupid good at magical polo.
Yeah, and he's got a really good flying thing as well.
Shh. Terry Panner's got nothing on me and Broomy. You should have just stopped at Terry Panner is stupid. We're going to take him down.
The Broom goes in for a high five.
We missed.
You miss. It hits the locker next to you, and the locker kind of dents in.
We got this. Don't worry.
With that, the team exits the locker room.
As they're exiting, I've been sweeping basically the same pile of dust in circles. And I just lean down and I say, all right, Bucky, you're gonna do great. Listen, I want you to whistle really loudly when you want me to start attacking Terry Panner, all right?
All right. That sounds good.
I'll be down there in the stands, and as soon as you need me, I will come out with my gondola and I will turn him into paste.
Awesome. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get Terry over to your position so that it's like easier for you to come out with your gondola and just smash him,
All right, but don't forget about the plan where we also give him detention and he goes out into the forbidden cornfield. That was also a thing. That's also a possibility.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Okay. So
Either we do this covert way, or we just go full Hail Mary and attack this kid. I mean, in front of several bystanders.
Right. Okay. So either we're killing him in front of everybody, or I'm gonna get pummeled, because I don't know. That's how I would want to give him detention. If I provoked him enough where he's like, hit me,
Yeah,
I'd be like, I'm just a kid and I'm hurt.
You're allowed to attack people magically, but you can't attack people with non-magic.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Of course, makes perfect sense.
Cool.
All right.
Newbie,
I'll
are you
shoot up.
coming?
Yeah, totally be right there.
All right. Hail the Dark Lord. And I walk away.
That guy.
Woogity, woogity, woogity.
Yeah, as you say, hail the dark lord, a black scorpion like falls out of your mouth. That's just what happens when you say that phrase.
That's useful in the future.
Wait,
Just spits.
wait, me too, or just the boatman?
Do you say it? Did you say it?
No, actually.
Screw that guy.
Screw that guy. Yeah, whenever you say "Hail the Dark Lord," if you work for him, it's just like a little scorpion comes out of your mouth,
Beautiful. Like a tattoo scorpion or a real?
No, a
like,
real one.
like a real scorpion.
Oh,
What
nice.
is the risk that the scorpion is going to sting you as it falls out of your mouth? Is it like medium risk, low risk?
Oh, they are very pissed off, but they're not very poisonous, unfortunately.
Ah.
Just kills
Some
you
dark
on
There's
sight.
not multiple. like,
they used to be
well,
they used to be incredibly deadly, but that thinned out the Dark Lord's numbers, which is why he's sending you guys now.
They're mostly just for show.
It's mostly just for show at this point. Instead of making the scorpion less angry, he just made it less venomous.
beautiful.
Gotta keep his people in line.
Yeah.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Well, you know how hard it is to get a scorpion inside someone's mouth and not piss it off?
I've not
You
tried
can play
it.
the soothing sounds of Enya.
Oh, you know what would really
Just start
help?
singing.
A barbershop quartet.
A barbershop quartet singing Enya as the scorpion. Just
That would be deeply
Beautiful.
cursed.
Listen, this game has been full of cursed things.
That's true.
The two teams line up. As you can see, brooms aren't necessarily the only method of transportation. It's simply the most common. As you do, it's never specified in the rules that you had to use a broom. You do see one kid who appears to have a jetpack. You find another kid who has just a really big Dutch hound. Dachshund.
I thought you said Dutch oven.
Another kid is in a Dutch oven.
How many
you-
are on Roombas?
There are at least 3 people on Roombas, as well as Terry Panner, who just has a what appears to be a what? Yeah.
Can we please give him Channing Tatum's space roller skates from Jupiter Ascending?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
And they're not just like normal or I guess normal high-tech roller skates. They are made out of pure diamond.
Yes.
And-
Yes.
and as
I can't
as
believe
he-
you out Wachowski the Wachowskis.
as he skates, just $100 bills fly out the
yes.
back.
Yes.
It is the most extravagantly expensive thing.
Whoa.
As you were there, you thought you were doing pretty well with you do have the muscle broom.
Yeah.
But it is
I'm
certainly the
really
least fancy of
tempted to
them.
just like pick up a bunch of those bills and pay off my debt. Like, that seems a lot easier.
Do-
than
Well,
do
this.
wizards
they are kind of
use
on fire
human
when they come out the
currency?
back.
Okay, I was gonna
Oh,
like,
it's
do they-
Okay.
literally burning money.
It's literally burning money to go.
Good.
yes.
Who does this bougie kid think he is? Broomy? Is he always like that?
Broomy like shrugs, and one of the players next to you says, "Yeah, his parents are like super rich, but then they died, so he got all their money. But that's actually not where he got that. That was just like given to him by someone. I don't know who.
Dude, well then how
Showed
come?
up.
Just
I
showed
hate
up in the
this
mail one
kid.
day. What?
That's the
You can't-
spirit. We hate the enemy. We would kill if we were permitted the enemy.
No. I'm literally gonna kill this kid. I hate him.
That's the attitude. Shing. as the kids are, yeah, kill him.
Yeah.
As there's a in the middle of the arena, in an explosion of what appears to be nachos, the headmaster appears. Welcome everyone to this week's game of Magical Polo. Take a break from your dueling and your classes to watch a bunch of young wizards try to murder each other over a sport.
Yeah.
This week we have our illustrious Brave House
Yeah, brave house, brave house, brave house. Ooh.
versus Other House.
Yay.
Best believe we're the best out here.
That lady
Kill
killed my
him!
plant.
Someone had
interesting
one of
war
those little
cry.
noisemakers that are like.
As the boatman is like shuffling into the crowd.
Oh, sorry, excuse me.
Ugh.
The the headmaster goes ahead and pulls out a needle and drops it into a haystack that is in between the two teams. And with that, Headmaster Thumblefloor says, "Well then, let the games begin!" As he snaps his fingers, and the haystack just explodes into this giant vortex hurricane that, if you have hay fever, this is not the sport for you, as just hay is flying everywhere, and somewhere in there is a needle. As the
So dangerous.
these like Colosseum style gates open up on the sides, and monsters start pouring out. You see that there's griffins, there's gargoyles, there's giant crabs that have fairy wings. They're just flying out. And
Wait,
chaos ensues.
I'm gonna say if I know one of the gargoyles, maybe I worked with them before, and this is their
Oh,
new
you
job.
could absolutely.
That's
that's
slavery.
No, this is just
as-
their new job.
As
They get paid, right? Right?
as a
James, James, you cannot proceed. Are the gargoyles slaves?
Or are they paid workers?
they
Are they unpaid workers?
Minimum wage.
That is marshaled by Jeff Goldblum.
I am going to say they're not treated great, but they are here voluntarily because
Okay, so it's the sort of thing of like, we're paying you so we can do anything.
it's more of a thing of, hey, you know these guys who are kind of jerks to you normally, you want to do a sport where you get to murder them. Like that's kind of the feeling. You see a lot of these are not super intelligent, but there's a couple of gargoyles and they're like cracking their knuckles and they're like, oh boy.
I want to know who the recruiter is that works at the school. It's like, you want to beat the crap out of these guys? I hate them too.
One of them like looks over at Witchred and is like, or the boatman who is disguised as Witchred and like gives him a wink.
I will wink back, but I can't.
Oh, so much worse.
Wait.
No. I don't like that.
Another thing
Are you
I
just
do
walking
want to
around
say,
with your eyes closed?
He's got sunglasses.
he's weakened at Bernie's.
They're open. I just don't blink.
Your pupils have gone completely black, and there's just a small point of light in the middle of them.
I've got pink eye.
Is that some sort of muggle
It's
thing?
magical pink eye.
magical
Not
pink.
normal.
Oh, that explains everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So point of order. Because you are currently in a magical polo game, Terry Pander does not have the surprise move, because that would mean that he would just immediately stab you as soon as you showed up. Instead, it is sorry. He has the surprise move, and he will immediately stab you as you show up. He doesn't have the hidden move. Sorry. So you can't hide because this is just an arena. However, due to the dangerous nature of where you are, there are a bunch of monsters. So instead of hidden, he has dangerous. So anytime that you roll a below a 6, you will take harm, because this is just the most dangerous place you could possibly imagine. And as the round starts, Terry Panner will in fact pick up a small spider that's like run out from the monster pen and chuck it at you, Bucky, for a surprise move, which is he gets to harm someone as soon as he appears in the scene. Yeah, he's just gonna chuck a spider at you. The spider's gonna bite you, and you're gonna take a harm.
Oh,
Rude.
this kid.
I support him.
Hey, he plays to win.
Yeah,
And
man.
I do
I'm
need you
here
to go
for it.
roll a d6. You just need to roll above the amount of harm that you have. So just don't roll a 1 and you're good.
I rolled a 1. Wait,
Oh.
just 1d6.
Let me double check that. But this is
For the people in the audience, I do want to remind everyone that Bucky
you can
is
spend zeal.
wearing a
Okay.
paper costume
Yes.
that makes him look like a real boy.
yes, Bucky the Goblin is wearing a paper
Okay.
bag costume. That is
I've never used Zeal before. How many do we start out with again?
it's on the character sheet.
Okay.
There
It's 5.
are 5.
We
You
start
get
with 5.
zeal.
Okay. So now I have 4.
So now
So
you
I
have 4
don't
zeal.
die.
So not too bad, but you still do take the harm.
Yeah.
The as the game starts, the defenders fly around, start trying to stab these monsters, keep them away from you guys. The goalies go up to the goals. The runners are starting to pass the ball around with the staves.
Okay. I'm
Bucky
gonna
and the
go.
boatman. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go go up to the gargoyle that winked at the boatman.
Okay. Yeah. It's currently as it sees you approaching it, it looks at you and like you see a little bit of confusion on its face.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
just show my face.
It's like a reverse
ooh.
Spider-Man. Just hey, we cool.
Ooh.
It's like Miles. just like,
Okay.
hey,
Okay.
uncle.
All right. I'm gonna say this is a don't get caught because you need to reveal your identity to the gargoyle and no one else. Because you are
Okay.
pretending to be human in this school.
Okay. I'm trying to inspire him to be on my side,
Okay.
and I can lift up the bag with my whip.
I'm gonna say that's not gonna be helpful in this scenario.
Okay, sounds good. All right, 1 dice.
Oh boy.
A 2.
That, my friend, is a failure. As a reminder, you can spend zeal if you want to just succeed.
Yeah, I think I want to do that.
Okay. So as you're going, a runner comes by as you're lifting up the paper bag. The runner turns to look at you, and the gargoyle just grabs him by the face and like slams him into the ground. And you see, like he's kind of buried at this point, where like his shoulders are at ground level, and he's completely like straight up. As the gargoyle looks at you. Little goblin, what are you doing here?
Hey, we got a mission from the Dark Lord. We're trying to kill that kid that just threw a spider at me. Can you help us?
It was poor sportsmanship, and honestly, that kid, I don't like the way he's flaunting his money.
Right, with the diamond roller skates?
It's very insulting.
Sure, you're upper class. Nobody cares.
I can go after him. However, not all of these distractions are quite as amicable as me. And he like snaps his fingers, and all the gargoyles start to converge in on Terry Panner. So now there is a scene trait, which is gargoyles. They are currently allied with you. You can treat them as a trait, as if you had them as essentially an item. All right. So the gargoyles are chasing after him. They're being driven back a bit by the the Brave House defenders, who prioritize keeping the finder alive, since he is the most important player, although they wouldn't like to admit it.
But like, I'm gonna assume that most of the gargoyles are going for him and not for me. The other house.
Yes, you are
Yeah.
safe from the gargoyles at this point. There's still a
Okay.
bunch of other stuff which you can't reason with, like, crabs
Dragons
and spiders
and-
and
yeah.
dragons. They're not necessarily on your or the Dark Lord side. But the gargoyles are sympathetic at the very least towards the Dark Lord's cause, and don't particularly dislike goblins as much as they really hate wizards.
Okay. All right. So I say we go for it. I say we go for the kill. Yeah. What do you think? Boatman?
So you fly
He's
over
in
to the
crowd.
stands.
Yeah, where
Do we kill him?
Hey.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I don't think.
Oh,
we
nothing.
have-
I just want to kill this kid.
You mean within the rules of the game?
Yeah, totally pummel him.
All right.
Well, um, okay. The boatman says, "Well, as someone who roots for the other house, I think that you should sort of kill this boy within the rules of the game."
And I love everyone in the stands is like, kill him, kill him, kill him.
Of the fans of Other House, yes.
Yeah.
Not so much from Brave House or really the faculty, which is where the boatman kind of is. The faculty, unfortunately or fortunately, or just like, I don't know what to preface this with, they're not really into killing students.
What? You have not ever worked at the school, have you?
I haven't.
I mean, there are other things they can do to the students.
That are worse than death.
Like send them into the Forbidden Cornfield where they'll probably die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna try and fly over by the gargoyles and like kind of point them Boatman's way.
Some of our flags.
Okay, they look over at the boatman.
All right. Is Dumbledore in the stands right now? Like, we're surrounded by wizards.
The headmaster Thumblefloor has disappeared. He doesn't stick
Okay.
around anywhere for very long.
Okay.
It's almost like he's never there until it's like the worst possible moment for him to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Or the best
Uh,
possible moment, depending
best
on
pos-
which
yeah.
side you're on.
Yeah, depending on what side you're on.
How do you feel about the Deus Ex?
Okay. I mean, if we injure him, like, within the rules of the game in like a way that people won't be like, they're trying to kill him and turn against us, I suppose we could. Is there like a tent that is like, is there like a medic tent or something like that? Where
Oh, like
someone-
take an injured student? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just kind of off to the side of the field. There is a it doesn't look much as much like a tent as it does like a steel bunker. Which just has a big red cross painted on it.
Like a storm shelter where it's just
Yeah,
like
well,
a
because you got
tube of
dragons and
metal.
stuff right there. A tent it is not strong enough to withstand that being in the like general vicinity of it.
But it's
And honestly, there's nothing more Iowa than like a camo painted storm shelter that they're using as a medic center.
Mhm.
It's an old missile silo, magical missile silo.
Right.
The all right.
Okay, cool. Here's another question. Can I give my shiny to someone else so they can buy something useful?
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Okay.
shiny is just like essentially like cash, right? You can trade it, you can, do stuff like that.
Okay. I'm gonna give
If
my
yeah,
one. I'm gonna give my one shiny to Bucky. Just cause I feel like,
I'm gonna say Bucky is not in a situation where he can buy something.
yeah, okay, that's fair.
You just like
Um,
throw cash at him from the like,
What am I
crowd.
supposed to do with this?
But if you need someone to go run something out for you, I would say that it's entirely reasonable that the horde left a rat here for you.
Okay. I will. Okay. For now, the boatman will give a thumbs up and like nod towards the medic tent or the medic bunker.
Oh, you want the gargoyles to attack that?
No. I want them to injure Terry Panner so that he goes into the bunker.
and then you crush him like.
And then I crush him.
Okay. So yeah, one of the gargoyles does not understand what you're trying to do and goes over to the like in front of the medic tent. But the other ones look at you and look at him and are just like, we're just gonna go kill that kid. And they start going after him. Since you are paying very close attention to Terry Panner, you do see that these gargoyles, as they're getting close, it seems like they're hitting like some sort of like magical barrier that's around him.
Okay.
You are hitting into
That feels
his
like
ability
cheating.
plot armor.
That's cheating.
Yeah,
Well, we
you're not
just
sure
have
you're not
to-
sure what's causing this magical barrier. You'd have to look around to find what's causing it.
Do I notice the
A mother's
barrier?
love.
You could
Well-
certainly look around.
It's obviously his father.
Look around doesn't move.
Yeah. He used up his mother's love.
If I noticed
Listen,
the barrier, which I probably don't, I would be like, do I have one of those? And then try it out.
Vivica doesn't
Yeah,
love
you're
you,
paying attention to
so-
Terry Panner, so you do notice it. If you test it, you don't. you like pull out, you try and test it. So
I would like run into the ground or like a thing.
Broomy, just body slam me.
Broomy like pinches you.
Wow. No, how come he gets one?
It kind of shrugs and like scratches its head.
So, Boatman, are you gonna look around to where it's coming from?
where the magical field is coming from.
Yeah. Like if
he's got a
anyone's
magic
maybe
field.
I think he
casting
just
it, or-
always has it.
Wait.
I don't think it's coming from anywhere. I'm not a very observant character. That would probably lead to a failure. But I have, since we're using Zeal now, I think I'll,
Since you remembered what Zeal is.
well, yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure if we would use it in like a one shot or something, but
This
This
became so
3-part
much
one
more.
shot.
yeah, this four shot. Or has it been 3?
We're
I don't
only on
know.
three.
This is episode 3. We don't know how long this is gonna go.
Okay, gotcha. I'm going to look around and see if this magical field is like if like someone's interfering with the game some way, like with a protective field around Terry Panner. So
Absolutely.
I'm doing the one dice. I really don't have. Well, yeah, I don't have anything to help me with this.
All right.
So, okay, that's a 4.
Okay, so that
That's
is a
the best I could have done.
partial success. Yep. So you are in a dangerous place. So
Mhm.
and you are in
Wow.
the splash zone, as it were. As you're looking around, you turn around to like survey the audience as a large like earth elemental is tossed out of the magical polo arena like onto you, and you take a harm. So go and
Okay.
roll a d6, and I think this is the second harm that you've taken, so you need to roll a 3 4 or 3 4 5 or 6 in order to
Yes.
keep living or not, or have to spend a zeal.
Let me roll. That's a 4. I'm still alive.
You're still alive. So it slams into you, and you're knocked into the lap of Professor what's his name? Professor Tratorius.
Okay.
And you can hear him mumbling a some sort of spell under his breath.
This is the potions professor.
This is the potions professor.
Okay.
His eyes kind of locked in on Terry Panner, and you can see he's speaking arcane words as he is just there. In his black robe, very like emo hairs coming down over,
It's not a mother's love, it's a mother's incel.
Okay. Are we still out in the open?
Yeah, he's in the middle of a crowd.
Okay.
But they are watching the game, and they're not watching him.
Are there refreshments in this stand?
Absolutely, there are refreshments in this. There's people selling popcorn. There's people, people selling.
Weird question. Is
ginger beer.
Is there a large gourd or watermelon or something?
Get your watermelon here.
Yeah.
A whole watermelon.
No, we don't sell any knives. That would be dangerous.
No, you smash it on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah,
Knock it
there
over
is a
your knee.
watermelon. There's that watermelon seller.
Okay. Okay. I will take a watermelon.
Hey, that's one shiny.
Lindsay. That's fair though. I
mean, you could just like lightly choke the kid and be like, I'm not screwing around. I'm taking your watermelon. You are a bad man.
Yeah.
You're a bad man. You're a boat man.
At this moment, I don't want to cause a scene though. I just want this one roll. I'm gonna buy a watermelon. I'm back to 0 shiny.
Great.
I will position myself so that I am above, like next to Professor whatever his name is.
Praetorius.
Tratorius.
And I will say, yeah, go other house, and I will put the watermelon on my arm and just go, and I'm gonna rain down watermelon onto.
Why not?
Onto him, so to break his concentration on his spell.
This is the only way to do that.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna smash his head.
Yeah, you're gonna like.
Would that be more effective?
I
Well,
mean,
it depends on how
would
well
getting
you-
him messy or bashing his head in be more effective? Which one would break his concentration more?
To be fair, if Luke crushed a watermelon with his bicep, I'd be pretty upset.
I like.
Especially if it like got in his eyes, you know. what I
Yeah,
mean?
just
My eyes. I'm
Man.
so. If only my head was bashed in, I'd be able to concentrate.
he doesn't want to kill him. You can only do that with magic.
Okay, so yeah, I need you to go ahead and roll to get violent, in order to smash this watermelon in such a way that it's going to distract this guy sufficiently to not be concentrating on his spell, as keeping
all right.
Terry safe.
Okay. I will. Yeah, roll a 1. For my strength. That's a 4.
That's a 4. That's a partial success. All right. So you get to choose one from the following list. You don't take harm. You deal harm to him, which would be breaking his concentration. You get him out of the way, which I guess would also be breaking his concentration. I think those two are more or less interchangeable. Or you take something from him.
Okay.
We
I
take his
will-
wand.
I'll get him out of
Take
the
his
way.
eyes.
All right. So as you as you squash this watermelon, just so much of it just ends up on his face, on his robes, as he goes, oh, you have your mother's eyes. As he's like looking up at Terry and like as he's just suddenly been drenched, the guy next to him says, what? What did you just say? I said nothing. This is normal things. And like people are like starting to like turn around at this guy who is like just like covered in watermelon. Just I need to go. And as he like just like shuffles out.
That's amazing.
He
I was
would
worried
leave
people would
him to
drive,
die.
would pay attention to me, but he was just too
This-
weird.
The embarrassment.
Yeah.
Whoever does this says, what? I
Yeah,
said you've
you
lost
know
the
what?
element of surprise.
I'm gonna say because that was a very because of the way you did that, there's no harm to take for that.
Excellent.
You won't. I'll just say for free, you don't take harm about that because that was a creative way to do that. All right. So now the gargoyles are really starting to kind of get up in there, and it's just kind of his plot armor has been removed. So that means at this point, anytime he takes harm, you can either choose to take out his surprise move or his dangerous move ability.
Cool. Has he taken harm?
Yeah, he's taken essentially 1 harm by losing Professor Tratorius.
Cool. I would take out his dangerous.
No, so that was what just happened.
Oh, okay.
So now those are the two. You have those 2 left. So next time that you deal damage to him, it's one of those 2.
I see
But
what you mean.
it didn't get rid of his plot armor.
It did get rid of his plot armor.
It got rid of.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
So he has 3. He had 3 moves. Plot armor had to be removed first because that just stopped him from taking any damage.
Okay.
So now that's gone. So now you can hurt him normally.
Okay.
Knife him, quick.
I'm gonna inspire the gargoyles to be like,
Bucky kind of sucks in a way because like he's
A little
not
bit.
doing anything himself. He's just like
The puppet master.
manipulating and gaslighting
Yeah,
people.
I need to know, Bucky. How are you inspiring the gargoyles to kill him better?
yeah, get him.
You're doing great.
Does-
How many have more power than the one?
I'm gonna say you're gonna need more than just like yelling at them in order to you're gonna need to do something to really get them in the killing.
is your muscle broom a scene trait? Because I think you just go up to him and have
Knock his block off.
like punch him or something.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
You do have a muscle broom.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of like weave in between the gargoyles and
Yeah.
be like, for other house.
And just have to deck them.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
a magic punch. The
Go ahead and
magic
get
of my
violent.
rage.
Okay.
Rage.
Wait, is the broom a scene trait?
I will say the broom is a scene trait in this case. Yes.
Okay, and I look cool while I'm doing this.
You do look really cool while you're doing this.
Because
And I'm
everybody
trying to
wants do
inspire,
it.
so.
Yeah.
If you can.
What?
Oh, what was it?
I got 3 2s.
Bummer.
What is going on?
So you begin. You're on Terry Panner's tail as he's like skating along in his money burning diamond roller skates.
And he
hover
looks
skates.
really cool doing it.
Oh, dude, he is. It's an art form for this kid.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one thing he is good at. It is the only thing he is good at.
Not anti-evil magic.
No. He's
No,
He's
none of that.
terrible at that.
That's just.
He says he wants to become a cop when he's older, but he's bad at that kind of magic. So I don't know what's going on. As you're flying along, one of the $100 bills like smacks you in the face. It's just like burning, blinding you for a second. As you reach up and you rip it out of your face. You see that you're flying right into the mouth of this giant like squid-like creature that seems to be staying aloft by just like levitation. As it's like maw opens up, there's like a beak and it just as it just like
Yeah.
you are wholly in its mouth.
Jason,
and go ahead and
you
take
cut
a
out
harm.
there for a second. What did that sound like?
Yeah, nobody heard it.
Okay.
Okay.
Take a sip of water. There you go. Rehydrate.
And I rolled just one, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, good. We got it that time.
I'm not great at monster noises.
I
I
rolled
beg
just
to
one,
differ.
right? When I
Like,
say
it
car?
sounds like you just had a recording of the aliens from Independence Day. Like that. Like, I don't care what you've just said. That is the creature. That is a Bucky.
I mean, it's very, very close. Just imagine that, but with it's bigger and has a large, like, beak mouth. The Bucky is now
Is
inside
its
taking
mouth
a
in the
harm.
same spot?
So do I only roll to see if I die on a critical fail or any fail?
You roll to see if you die if you take any damage.
Okay, so
So now you've taken 2 harm at this point, so you need to roll a d6.
yeah,
You rolled, 4.
I rolled a 1. So
Oh, you roll a 1.
Oh,
So that's another point of
Lindsay.
zeal that you have to spend to stay alive.
yeah, doing
Why
it.
don't you find yourself a new roller?
It's
Time to
the
change the
Google
dice.
one. It's just
The Google one
Use
sucks.
an old. You don't have one of these.
No.
well, I have it somewhere
Why
in
would
the
I have
house.
dice?
I know your husband. He has 500.
I know he
promise.
does. I just if they're not.
it's time to switch to
Uh,
Bing instead of Google. Use Bing.
As I see Bucky get swallowed up, I'm like, well, he's dead. And but I'm not sad because I know I'll see him again.
Yeah,
And I will gesture for one of the gargoyles to come over. I'm like, all right, we have to start getting serious. And I will get a I'm gonna find something where I can prop my gondola on top of, so that it's like so
Like a
it's
wall?
like here's my gondola and here's like something, and then I'm just gonna like do this, right? You get
Oh,
what
so
I'm
like it's like a seesaw.
yeah. I'm gonna
Gotcha.
put I instruct the gargoyle to go on the lower end, and then I'm just gonna run up and jump on the opposite end and make a gondola catapult, and aim it
I-
for Harry.
Mhm.
Love it.
Mhm.
I love it.
Mhm.
Okay, I will say right now, go ahead and do a clever ruse. Or
Alright,
what's it? Cutting
Cunning
ploy.
ploy.
Cutting ploy.
This is using the gargoyles, my strength, and the gondola. So
Absolutely.
that's 3.
Wait, really?
Wh-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You haven't rolled.
Yeah.
Three dice.
Well, 3 dice, but coincidentally, I also got a 3.
You roll once.
I'm gonna use zeal to
Guys.
You're just gonna see.
I
We're
think it's
all
time for
gonna
you to get a new
die.
dice roller. as
no,
well.
I'm using zeal, which means I have,
I know, but
I'll
eventually,
match
when you
success.
run out of zeal, we're gonna die.
well,
Uh,
that's very
Difficulty
likely,
great, though.
but
He so
Who knows?
you go, you actually like trip, and as you're like, oh no, I'm not gonna make it. It's gonna catch me like right in the jaw and knock my head off.
Uh-huh.
The river appears, and you see the soul that way back in episode 1 was like, hey, can I get on the gondola? And he looks at you, and he gives you like the
this is like one of those, like somehow I'm able to talk to him even in full sentences, even though we're in slow motion.
Yes.
It's one of those moments.
You're in bullet time.
And I'm like, all right, fine. I was a jerk. I was mean.
and
Why
with
should
that
want to help me out?
he reaches out and pushes you up just enough that you catch the gondola on your like hip,
Mhm.
as instead of being like launched with your feet, you're not just being like thrown over like you're spinning like towards Terry Panner. You are like locked on. I'm gonna say you have a scene trait, which is just the element of surprise.
Okay.
As you are going to go ahead and just try and get violent with this kid.
All right. That's 6.
Yeah.
Finally.
So you get to choose 2. Don't take harm, deal harm, get them out of the way, or take something from them.
On a success, that's what I do,
You-
or do
you-
I get
you get
2?
two. of
Two.
those.
You get 2 in this.
Oh,
one.
sweet.
So you can like deal harm and then take
Deal
something from
harm
them, or...
and not take harm.
Okay.
That's a classic.
Absolutely, classic. You go flying. As you get up close, you find yourself just in position as you rear back and just slam this kid in the head. You can either get rid of his surprise trait or his dangerous trait.
Dangerous for sure.
Great. Boom. There an echo rocks through the arena as just everyone felt that in their bones.
Yeah, in their bones.
As you begin to fall to the ground, the souls of the dead and forgotten catch you, and the one soul is just like, I'll see you when you get back.
You know what? This one's free of charge.
And with that, the crowd is, there's a gasp in the crowd as that was outside interference. This was a audience member assaulting a player.
It was. Yeah.
The game is still going. However, you do see that the audience is now like turning against you. And as that's happening, there's a crash as a giant truck spider crashes into the arena, chasing Vivica and the Horde, as well as Himini, Grind, and John Haxley.
All of the rats are just screaming.
Vivica still looks quite glamorous. Her long hair. I don't know if this is ever mentioned, but she has very long purple hair. It's streamed behind her in glorious fashion.
Oh yeah, there's like as you're going, like one of the monsters lands right in front of you, and like mud crashes up and just like parts around you. There's now like a Vivica shaped hole behind you.
He has grime armor. That came from her stepson, who she also turned into a potion.
Yeah, that
marriages
guy,
back.
like, he just never got dirty. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
Side note, before we forget, because I failed last time, I get to learn a lesson. Yeah.
Yes, if you critically failed, which I believe you did, you get to
Which
learn
I
a
did.
lesson.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
forgot about that.
It is dangerous to care about others because she was caring about Himini and was not paying attention to her surroundings.
All right. So as a reminder, the lessons that you learn when you critically fail, you could use those as traits later on. However, if you use it as a trait and you don't roll a 6, it's consumed and you no longer learn that lesson.
But if it is a 6, I just get to
You can keep
for the
using it
next time?
forever. Yeah.
nice. Okay, cool. See if I actually get 6.
Yeah, as long as you always succeed in not caring about people. Yeah.
Well, it's not that she doesn't care about people; it's that she knows, like, oh, right. It is dangerous.
It's dangerous to care. Yeah. Great. So with that, Horde and Vivica, you do see Terry is like still skating along, and he's like stop at this point is stopped looking for the needle and seems to be more in survival mode because he just got decked. If this kid like if this kid wasn't the main character, he wouldn't have a head anymore. There
She
would
like
be,
knocked his walk off.
as right beside you, you do see the house ghost of Brave House, extremely headless Nick, or Rick. I mean, extremely headless Rick,
Right.
who has a head that's just been like shattered to a billion pieces.
Hmm.
They kind of reform for a minute and say,
Hmm.
"Oh, that's how I went.
Okay.
I shouldn't have pissed off Witchred. I don't know what that kid did, but I made an omelet out of an egg I found in there."
It was which
This
I
is
So
love
I got
that.
kicked out of
After-
school.
He's
That's why he
talking
got
about
kicked
the-
out of
the
school. I made an
actual
omelet out of an
Richard.
egg I found in his stuff, and apparently it wasn't. Apparently he wanted that egg.
I'm a very young house ghost.
Oh, I've only been around. I'm very. But with a name like Extremely Headless Rick, they just kind of had to let me in.
Right.
Great. Okay.
Wow.
So we have run into an arena we've run from a monster into an arena full of monsters.
Yes, and now the truck creature seems at least partially distracted by everything that's going on because there's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah.
It's not an intelligent creature. It doesn't necessarily have a grudge against you.
Yeah.
So it's just going to kill whatever's nearby.
Yeah, we're in proximity. How far
Yeah,
away
you are in
is-
proximity.
How far away is Terry Panner?
He is up in the air and like across the arena from you right
I
now.
can't fly.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids with flying things right now, but
Yeah.
it's
How
not-
many things
not
are on
you.
the ground with you? How many?
right now? there
Yeah,
aren't
how
a
many
lot of
things are on
creatures-
the ground?
There aren't a lot of things which are solely on the ground. There's a few like earth elementals. There's a couple crabs that don't have fairy wings,
Mhm.
and a bunch of just tiny spiders.
Also, I would like to throw out there that Vivica is now in professor mode because everybody can see her from
That
there.
is very true.
So you might be able to use that somehow.
Oh, no.
The boatman will run back to his gondola and take it. No one's come up to me to be like, "What the heck, man?" Yet. So
Well,
yeah,
you
it's
are
a
in the
bit of
middle of
chaos
an
right now.
arena.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a bit
gonna
of chaos
try
right
and-
now because you just did that, and then these guys bust in.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of time, but not a whole lot before people are going to be like, "Wait, that guy just tried to murder a student, not
I'm gonna-
using magic. He just punched him."
yeah.
I'm gonna try and break out of the squid
Yeah,
if I can.
absolutely.
There's a lot happening right now.
Go ahead and avoid danger for me.
Okay, I'm gonna use my whip and also my broom.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
both
the
gonna
broom-
be
the
like
broom's in there.
trying to break open the skin of this squid from
Okay.
the inside.
He just drags it.
Why would the skin be?
I got a
the
5
skin
and
is
a 4. I used a new thing this time.
Yeah.
All right, a 5 and a 4.
Yeah.
All right. So as you start like trying to break out, the you're using your whip, and it the pain causes the creature to open its mouth just a little bit as the broom like struggles to keep this mouth open. As you crawl out, the broom is still there, and it's like slowly being eaten.
Broomy!
In order to succeed at this, you are going to have to sacrifice Broomy. Otherwise, you could not escape and keep him alive, but you could get out and just make him into kindling.
Rip.
Lindsay really wants to keep him.
But what does Bucky want to do?
How selfish is Bucky is the question.
You hear the wood straining as it's like starting to like deform.
He's gonna go
Okay.
back in for Broomy. I think he would. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like his
Guys.
only friend.
Yeah, it really is. Like, you guys aren't his friend, really.
Very appropriate for Bucky. Bucky's only friend to be the one person who can't talk back to him.
Exactly.
It's like it's almost as if Vivica had a person who she could guarantee would never be prettier than her.
I mean, there are many ways you can do that. Most of them are too dark for this family-friendly entertainment.
We try and be family friendly, but we have towed that. I want to say
We're
we towed the
in
line.
the Tim Burton zone.
Yeah,
I
what
think
I
I
was
was
saying,
going
we are the Tim Burton of family.
What I was
friendly.
going to say was the bad person zone.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
All right.
keep
So
that
you,
shut.
you go back in to try and help him out as you reach your arm and tentacles, and as you get stuck back into this monster's mouth.
But I'm
Um,
with Broomy.
You're with
and he's
Broomy, and
okay.
Broomy is okay, aside from the fact
Okay.
that you're both in the stomach of a beast that is eventually going to dissolve you with stomach acid. But
Right.
Quick question: How
Relatively
is
safe.
that paper costume holding up
oh,
within the squid?
it's gone at this point. Like if you had
Oh.
if you had made it out right before this, it probably would have been okay. Yeah.
What is Broomy's reaction to Bucky being a goblin?
Oh.
You notice Broomy doesn't seem to have a reaction, and it occurs to you, Broomy doesn't have eyes.
He's been using echolocation.
You don't know how it senses you, so either does not know and probably will never know that you're a goblin, or it already knew that you were a goblin, which is more likely because it does seem to have a sense of what's around it.
Cool. I'm so sad I almost lost you.
It's points to the mouth and points at you and like shakes its fist at you, and you get the impression it's saying, "You should have gotten out."
No, I could never. Not without you, Broomy. We're gonna get out together.
does this beast have a uvula, perhaps, like a little dangly thing you can punch?
Oh, so it's a girl squid.
Yeah, you could roll to see if there's something on here that you could just beat to make it vomit you.
Sure.
It's called a gag reflex, guys.
I don't know if
Sure.
squid have uvula. What are they called?
Uvulas.
Uvulas. But I'm
They
gonna say
have
this
teeth if it makes you feel worse.
It does.
one. I didn't know they had teeth. I knew they had beaks.
It's bad.
That's
We
super
don't.
cool.
It's fine.
I like nightmare fuel.
Do I think the squid is like a sort of plant? Because I did learn the lesson: be careful around plants. And if it looks like a Venus flytrap or like a plant sort of thing, It's a stretch. Don't worry
I'm
about
gonna
it.
say no. I'm gonna say this
Okay.
is not this is very much not a plant.
All right. I don't think I have anything that really applies then.
Okay.
So I'm looking around.
I don't know, I'll say like for free. You can see that there's like a uvula, and there's some like
Oh, yeah.
tender flesh that you could hit.
Cool. Then I'm gonna hit it with my whip then and roll one.
Okay, go ahead and get violent.
Lindsay.
It's a new one, I promise, but I got one.
You got a 1.
That's a critical failure.
That is a critical fail.
You know
Oh,
what?
no.
How many
Can I
zeal do you
spend
have
a
left?
zeal? I have 2 left.
Oh my gosh.
Although it is a critical fail, and those are always fun.
Okay, I'll just go with the critical fail.
Can you promise not to do anything to Broomy since we went through a whole ordeal to get him back?
Well,
Yeah.
that depends on the one word
Uh-oh.
prompt that you give me.
Uh-oh.
Broomy.
We just like throttled you.
One
You
word.
should have gone
Marshmallows.
I'll
Marshmallows.
kill you myself.
Heartbreak.
Marshmallows. I'm pulling a Ghostbusters. Marshmallows.
Marshmallows. Okay. So, you begin to beat on this thing's
What I
like,
assume
uvula.
is uvula.
Yeah, we assume is a uvula. You do succeed in causing it to gag as it begins to regurgitate everything else that's in its stomach into its mouth where you are.
Ew.
Which apparently is just a ton of marshmallow fluff. As you are
Acidic
now,
marshmallow fluff or
I mean, it's got like some
It's
stomach
basic.
acid on it, but this thing has just been like picking out on marshmallows. It's on a hell of a sugar rush. That's how they like gear up the monsters so they go kill things.
okay.
They're just
Wow.
all sugar high. As you are barfed out onto the ground from like high up. As you are just like kind of stuck and like slowly crawling out of this marshmallow fluff. You go ahead and take a point of harm from the fall.
Okay.
And as you begin to get up, you can see one of the Brave House defenders reach into his pocket, and he pulls something out, and you're like, I don't know, why is he looking at me like that? You are a goblin.
Right.
And this defender had been saving something special for other house, but now that there's a goblin in the field, he's going to use it on you. This kid is not great at most of his classes, but there is one type of magic he excels at.
Stop.
As he pulls out a potted plant and begins to cast a necromancy spell. As this dead plant is infused with this unlife and begins to like grow, and this just rotted dead giant plant is now like thrown down to the ground as it begins to like grow and spread around, and it as like there's a big like Venus flytrap like mouth as looking down at this you like stuck into this marshmallow fluff.
Be careful around plants.
As this is happening, Bowman just looks over and is like, why are they using necromancy? That's our thing. You can't do that.
I did
know
roll
that,
to
but
see
how
if I
did you
survived, by the
know
way, and I
that?
did. So
Yeah, as you're saying that, like there's a couple evil house people who are like almost in unison. Hey, that's our thing.
So this is like out where everybody can see it, right?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
So I'm gonna
Also,
say
everyone can see that Bucky's a goblin, so they don't. Him
Yeah.
dying
Yeah.
is a.
That's Bucky's problem. So
Yeah.
Vivica.
oh well I was gonna run over and help. I was
Okay.
gonna lick him free from the marshmallow.
Oh, you can certainly
fluff.
do that. I'm
You
just
ca-
saying that
yeah.
like none of the audience
Nobody
doesn't care
else
if he
cares.
dies.
I care.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, go ahead, Horde.
So I'm gonna get away from the spider truck, slip away, and then everybody is just gonna run over to Bucky and just start chowing on some really the stuff, and try
Nice.
to avoid the attacks of the Venus flytrap. Like be a
All right.
distraction to keep it away from the licking.
Go ahead and avoid danger.
Okay. Also, my perk is slippery.
Ooh. I don't
Oh
know
yeah, I
what that
forgot my
was.
perk. It was protective. Probably could have helped. Oh,
Yeah, that probably
yeah.
could've.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can use slippery instead.
Okay. I don't remember what that does. It's a log.
So yeah, you make a roll like normal, and then you get to when you attempt to escape a bad situation, make a roll. On 6, you choose 2. On a 4 or 5, you choose 1, and you can either escape without being noticed, escape without taking harm, or escape without with someone or something. So in
Okay,
order to
cool.
get Bucky out, you're gonna have to escape with someone or something.
Perfect. So I'm gonna be using my sneaky trait and my food trait to roll 2 dice.
Absolutely.
That's a 3.
So the rats come in and they start eating up the marshmallow fluff. There's a lot. There's a lot of marshmallow.
At 96 rats, though.
And 96 rats.
Well,
this,
probably
this,
95.
Some of
That's
them
fine.
are like running around.
But
to,
still, like that's a
distract.
lot of rats.
It's a
It's
lot
a
of
lot of
rats.
marshmallow.
It's a lot of marshmallow fluff. And a rat can eat a lot of food over a period of time, but this is more marshmallow than there is rat. As they're starting to like get bogged down in the marshmallow fluff too. They're like eating it off, and they're just getting, and they stop being so strategic about where they're eating, and they're just kind of like eating what's around them, which is not the most efficient way to try and get someone out. As the big Venus flytrap plant monster brings up a vine and like smashes it down towards the marshmallow fluff. I'm gonna have both of you take a harm.
Ah!
stop.
How many rats this time, James? How many rats perished?
I need you to first off make the roll to see if you survive this, because it might be all of them.
It can.
I have 4 harm and I got a 5. I survived.
Nice, you survive. You are looking real rough, but you are alive.
I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6, so I'm gonna say only about, we'll say 5 rats were killed in that.
How I missed them already.
As
Try not caring. It helps.
Boatman, you see a lot of the like staff are starting to like draw their wands, and they're looking straight at you, who just tried to murder a student
Okay.
without using magic.
All right. That's good.
Disgusting piece of trash.
In my inventory I have rope. It's not a level 2 item. It's just a level 1 item.
Yep.
I'm gonna tie it to my gondola, and I'm gonna drag it to the center of the field where all of my allies are. And I'm gonna say, Vivica, help get Bucky out of that. Use your alchemy to get rid of that marshmallow fluff.
Do I
Why you-
have to?
What is your problem? Why are you looking? This is for the dog. This is for the Lord.
Sorry, I don't believe in Christianity. I'm Confucian. Okay, let me look at my stuff.
Eats marshmallow.
Okay, what all gives me dice to roll with?
any traits that you think would apply to the situation, as well as you can just say that you're using one of the lessons that you've learned before, or one of the scene traits, of which there is like the only one you really have access to is gargoyle allies.
Do my talent and tool count as separate things?
Yes.
Great. I'm using 2 then, because I'm using my amazing alchemy skills and my alchemist tool belt.
All right.
I want 2d6.
So you
I
aren't
got a
using your.
s-
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I got a 6 and a 3.
Great. That's what you needed. So you easily you
So she's like, do I have to instantly mix it together? She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Whoa, I love alchemy.
look. Listen, if there's someone who knows how to get stuff like
Is-
marshmallow fluff and like dissolve it completely, Vivica, like you're not going to be caught off guard at some event because someone was clumsy and spilled something on you. You didn't always have mud guard.
Is she still being chased?
Yes, you are still being chased, and
Great.
basically Boatman's pulled up with a boat and been like, get
Okay.
it. Get them in too."
Okay. I was these close from summoning a mattress so I could glide like Princess Diaries 2. And that would be my flying device. But yes, continue.
Right.
All right. So
So-
all of you climb into the gondola.
Oh yeah. I'm all right. Everyone get in. And I point to the gondola.
Okay. As you're doing that, John, Haxley, and Himini, who are on Himini with sorry, they're on like brooms. They have made
Where
it up.
did they freaking get brooms?
They've summoned them at the end of last episode to fly away from the truck that was
That's
trying
true,
to
they
kill them.
did.
They did, yeah.
Vivica ran in her hunting boots.
The
Okay.
I assume you're just trying to be stealthy and not have a thing fly out to you.
Okay, anyways.
Himini and John have now noticed that Terry has just been rocked, and has a broken nose, missing a lot of his teeth, and a few more scars on his head. They are now in the scene, of which things to note. Himini has, as we said before. Yep.
Finish your thing.
Himini has observant, meaning you can't use cunning ploy or don't get caught around her. Stealth is kind of out the window at this point. But she also is dangerous, in that if any of you rolls below it, dangerous is basically reintroduced to the scene with Himini.
Okay.
Wait,
What does
about
John have?
And so she also has Tattle, which lets her introduce new threats into the scene, but there's not much more that you could do to make this a bad situation for you. John has mobile, meaning he can go anywhere from anywhere. He's a thief. He can take items from
Good
people.
for him. Love the hustle.
And he has self-sacrifice, which is he can decide to take harm for someone else.
That's really
Boy.
annoying.
Not me.
Oh my
Not
gosh.
Hey, Marty.
Marty. Yo.
All right. This is what the boatman does.
Wait. Okay, back to
oh,
my thing real quick.
Go ahead.
Is there any way Vivica can get in this gondola and not look like she is okay with this guy? Can she pretend to be dumb since she showed up after he decked Terry?
I mean, anything's within the realm of possibility.
Wow.
Well, I guess a better question is, does she know that he just publicly punched Terry almost to death?
I will say you saw where the boatman was, and you see Terry, and you can put 2 and 2 together.
Okay, cool. But she can be
no
like,
one can
"That
prove that you put 2 and 2
spider truck."
together. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. You're being chased by a spider truck, and a guy came up and was like, "Hey, let's get out of the way
Yeah,
of the spider
okay,
truck."
okay. Image, all right, cool. She jumps in the gondola.
And they were gone. Duh.
All right. So, I say, all right, everyone, hold on tight, and I start
Grabs his shoulders.
spinning
No!
gondola around, and then
She
I'm
hates
gonna
this!
just chuck it at Terry.
At Terry.
In a
Oh my
ultimate
god, this is not where
team
this was gonna
attack.
go, and I love it. All right.
I actually
Okay,
expected this.
okay, you
Yeah,
know what?
I love it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say Boatman, go and make a cunning ploy. I'm gonna say Himiny can't block this. There's nothing that Himiny
Yeah.
could really do to stop you from chucking a boat at her.
All right.
You trying to hide
um,
something. This is you chucking a boat. This is a cunning ploy because specifically so you can make a trait for everyone else to have a benefit.
Okay, this is the strength and the gondola at work here. Let's go.
Yes.
Those are both ones.
No, use zeal,
Um,
use zeal, use zeal.
He's
I wanna
used
use
so
Zeal.
much.
You want to
I
use
want to
Zeal?
use Zeal because
Okay,
this
cool.
is too epic.
This is too good.
Vroom,
Yeah.
vroom, 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 vroom. Snap. As you don't let go, you were gonna let go around one more time. It just snaps, but it is dead on target. As you can see a couple of the souls are like, hey, he got a deal too. And they like look at you expectantly.
Wait, hold on. Oh, the souls are asking me for like,
Free rides.
how did they help?
They're going to if you agree.
All right. It's like, all right. Yeah. You know what? Free rides across the schmicks for a week. But this is worth it.
The souls you can see start like Voltroning in together into like wings as
Mhm.
they become make this gondola into like a glider, which is not just headed towards him, it's like correcting as Harry's like trying to dodge out of the way. They're like steering it in. this gondola of the damned, just all these souls making into a glider, just all right, what everyone else, you are locked on to Terry Panner. The other heroes are there, but only really John can do anything to stop you from killing this kid.
I really don't think there's anything Vivica can do at this point. Like,
You can like drop acid on him, Vivica.
well, I'm in a boat that's careening towards him. Even if John takes the dive, she's gonna wait until after she knows that's a thing. Like, she's gonna wait and see, and then be like, "Oops."
Okay, well, I'm gonna like,
I mean, she is clutching on for dear life. Like,
Yeah, you weren't expecting.
she was a nerd. She did not fly. Like, she's got a gorgeous broom at home, but it's just for show. Like,
Right.
she's absolutely the person who's like, I've got a Corvette, but like,
You don't actually drive it.
yeah,
All right.
it's like to the grocery store and back.
I'm gonna like front flip out of the gondola, take my whip, and like try and just on his neck, you know, like
All right.
Okay.
and there's a plant around us, isn't there?
There is a plant that is currently. This is kind of you're like flying around this plant, which is like growing bigger and bigger. Is you're just like flying around it, like its big vines are like slashing around. Absolutely,
yeah.
I'll let you use that.
So I have looking cool, my whip, and be careful around plants.
Yes.
All
You
right.
roll 3d6.
Yep. I hope that this goes good. This is like an old one. I have to like go back a lot of pages. No, stop. Attention. Roll the dice. Highest is a 4.
All right. So you get to choose whether you deal harm, take an item, or move them where you want them.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna
I was thinking about moving him like into the mouth of the plant, but then you like the whole boat throw was for nothing because like you guys can't do
You can-
anything.
Make sure that he's just like dead in the path. Like he cannot be.
You know what?
moved off
I'm
of the
gonna move
plane.
him where I want him, and
Does
I'm
he
gonna move him
still-
into the boat with us.
Into the boat.
Yeah, into the gondola. Like right next to Vivica and her acid. Wait, but that might be a bad idea because then he could like punch us.
I
You
am
know
a
what?
teacher.
I'm just gonna.
I don't think his first impulse will be to hit me. But
That's a good
you
point.
are a foregone conclusion. He's definitely going to stab the goblin.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I'm sorry.
You're pulling him into the boat so he can stab
boat?
you?
You guys will kill him.
Okay.
He
So-
still
so
has
you're pull-
surprise, doesn't he? Wait.
You're pulling him into the boat.
No, James. He still has surprise, right?
Yeah, he's still a surprise.
Which means he
Okay,
can
I'm just
instantly
dealing him
cause
harm.
damage on arrival, right?
I'm dealing him harm.
Okay,
That's what
you
I'm
deal him
doing.
harm. Okay, so as you said you were jumping out to do this, right? You were like, you
Yeah,
throw
I'm like
something over the edge.
Yeah.
Okay, so you jump out of the gondola, throw the whip out as you're there. The whip is aiming for Terry's throat as John Haxley accidentally like flies in. He's not paying attention.
Accidentally, it's not even an intentional sacrifice.
Oh,
Just
no.
Oops.
It's not even it's not even intentional. Yeah, he's like, what's going on? And he's now upside down on his broom, flying as you were like hanging on this whip onto this guy's throat.
Of the throat of John?
Of John.
Oh.
He no longer has
But-
self-sacrifice.
Yeah, you can get rid of self-sacrifice. Okay, we got this. This is
The
totally
Boat
possible.
is
now.
still flying into Terry Panner though, right? It's been auto-correcting.
Oh yeah, you
Okay,
were
okay, I
all
thought we'd
still
stopped.
really
Okay.
near Terry Panner. Bucky, you do end up taking a harm as you fall down. You as John is going, he flies over and you're like scraping up against the bark like exterior of this dead plant, and you're just getting like a road rash.
Oh.
Okay, I have 5 harm.
I'll roll a
And I
six.
rolled a 2, so I'm spending my zeal, and now I only have 1 more zeal.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Bucky gonna die.
Probably.
The
Oh,
At
boy.
least he won't have to pay his debts.
No, we totally got this.
you're there, you're like it's grinding you down, and you almost lose your grip. But as you're like trying to kick your feet to get them underneath you, like one small piece of the uniform that you used to have made of paper sticks onto your feet and like is so slick from the stomach acid and the march, but like you're like sliding on it for a second, and you're able to kick off. And you're now kind of free hanging on this guy's neck.
Great. That's so morbid.
Hey, where's Himini?
Himini is actually taking up a defensive position behind Terry, and is currently like starting to cast like some like spells to banish the spirits. But that's going to take a bit.
Hold on.
Banishing the however many 100 souls have
Yeah.
now which have taken the boatman up on his offer. That's gonna take a bit of magic.
I
there a
want to
chance-
talk it over with Himini.
Ooh.
Can I do that?
You know what? I absolutely will let you talk it over with him, because you at this point have not done anything hostile. She is confused about your allegiances in this point, and you have made a point of befriending Himini. Let's talk it over.
So I'm going to climb my way to the front. So like Vivica
The
probably
wind's like blowing in your face.
yeah, like she's gonna do like the real I think this is like the worst thing a bad guy can do, which is play vulnerable to the good guy. and she's gonna be like desperately going to it. She's like, Himini, help me. She's gonna play total damsel, but like she's gonna sell it. Like she's gonna sell it. Like there's gonna be tears in her eyes. She's gonna be so scared. She's not gonna use this voice because it's a campy, ridiculous voice. But like it's gonna be like way too.
You're looking for an Oscar.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? You're in a gondola being piloted by a bunch of forsaken souls and 91 rats. I think I'm gonna say that's pretty convincing.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and make your roll. And let me know what you're including in it.
I think they get like a scene trait from the souls, don't they? Was that?
Yeah, don't they get a scene trait from any of the nonsense happening? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so right now the gondola is a scene trait, and I will say that definitely applies here.
Fantastic. And that gives me 2. So I got a 3, 2, and that's garbage. And I've committed to this, so I'm gonna use a zeal.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not screwing around with this one.
You call out to her. She looks at you. She looks at everything that's going on. She looks at the rats, and as she looks at the 91 rats, she says, "I thought Devin was lying." Sorry, and she how can I help? I'm gonna banish the spirits.
This is great. I didn't think this far. Okay.
Did not think it was gonna work.
No, I didn't think that she would ask a question. I thought she would jump into action to help.
Well,
me.
the action to help you in this scenario would be to banish the spirits.
We know she can petrify people. Just throwing that out there.
See, you messed me up because you said that I hadn't done anything overtly hostile, and I don't want to sacrifice this because I don't know that she can be prettier than me yet.
I mean, you tried to make her prettier. It wasn't close.
Yeah, like I don't know that she is feasibly a threat to me. So I'm gonna throw my hand out, and I'll let her interpret that however she will, whether it's pull me onto her broom or get into the gondola. Unclear. But like
okay, you're giving her a vague hand out.
All right,
gesture.
let's retcon a little bit. So I would have talked to the horde and say play along before I climb up to the front and do this ploy. And so I want to make her think that the horde is going to eat me.
Horde.
We agree.
A few of them might get a little overzealous.
Yeah, well, she Vivica has not let any of her teammates touch her so far. That is unacceptable. And she's like, you can get on my boots. Like, you can touch my hair. So like they're on her. So like she looks to be in great peril.
Okay. I am going to ask you a question that's going to inform what Himini does.
Okay.
Because Vivica has presented herself as a very like competent person.
Yes.
Is she continuing to have this? You said she's kind of like hamming it up. Is she continuing to have an air of competence around her, or is she basically being like, no, I am helpless right now?
She does not appear to have anything to work with. Like Himini cannot see a wand on her. Like, okay, like
okay.
Yeah.
So Himini,
like
so
she
so
could
Himini
have
cannot see a
normal-
wand on you.
Yeah.
Himini says, "All right, Professor," and she throws her wand to
This
you.
dumb kid. She makes me so cross. I'm holding my hand out to get out this dumb kid. Oh, this freaking idiot. Okay.
said Vivica in her head.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
she can't get rid of the spirits now, though. so-
you're a powerful wizard, and
Yeah,
and with the
yeah, I
wand
know,
you could kill
yeah.
100 rats.
Uh-huh.
That would not be a problem. This is like
Okay.
like
Okay.
this is giving the sword to the fighter.
Yeah, okay. This is good in so
I know,
much
and good
that
for you because now she can't.
Himiny can't do magic. Yeah, but still. I mean, like, okay, yeah, it's fine.
You're disappointed in Himini.
Yeah,
All of
she's
the
like
rats-
this freaking stupid kid.
The horde, they all just kind of
Trusted
like look
kid.
at each other, like, what are we supposed to do now? And one of them is like, let's do it for real.
You feel a wet nose, like smelling your ear, like it might take a bite.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely swatted that thing.
Flies out of the boat.
90 rats.
Okay. Okay. So Vivica, being very, very smart, would think of a way to basically tell the horde to scatter through the spell she's using. So she's gonna make up some nonsense word, and be like,
Get a kiss, lost a kiss.
yes, Cramiotius. And she's going to cast a big burst of light, making it look like she zapped him. Hopefully they figured out to
Yeah, the
Remove
90 rats
themselves
will
from her
probably figure that out.
presence.
I guess
Um,
horde.
Yeah. And then
I think we lost
If
the
it-
horde. They
well, she
Oh.
like, how high above the ground are we?
you're like 100 feet up
see,
the ground.
See, I thought you were saying I killed all of them, but now I realize that Jamie is just frozen.
Yeah, she's just frozen. No, you killed one rat.
Yeah.
You killed the creep rat.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, you're back.
You should be.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! She's frozen again.
I was too aggressive. I'm sorry.
Hey everyone. Here at a bit of funny. Oh hey,
Hello.
you're back. You're back. Hey, this is a bit of funny. We're doing For the Dungeon, and you should check out our podcast, A Bit of Funny.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey!
Alright.
So the horde, Vivica cast just it says Scramius, and then like just burst of light. What do you do?
How high off the ground is the boat?
Which is what I just asked.
About 100 feet.
Oh, okay. How big are rats? They're like 6 feet.
6 feet.
6 feet. 6 inches, I meant. They're like,
If there were 100
Well,
6-foot
well, it
rats, they're
depends
not
on
fitting
how
in
well
Wit-
fed they
Whitford's
are.
a big guy.
they've been well fed. Have you not been keeping up with the story?
Yeah.
They're plump. Because
The
my
rodents of unusual
instinct
size,
is
I
for
don't think they
them to
exist.
like make like a monkey chain. You know what I'm talking about? Where they all just like hold hands until one of them can reach the ground.
I
like a
love
ladder
that
situation.
idea.
But I think that might be too high.
You might be a little
I don't
bit too
think you'd be
high
able
to
to
do
do,
that
like-
effectively.
Well, what's beneath
Um,
them?
There is plant. You might be able to jump off onto the plant and climb down that.
Yeah,
I
let's go
think
for
that's
that.
okay.
Yeah. We'll jump onto the
Okay.
plant. on
Go
the
ahead and
squishy-
avoid danger, as this is a plant that is trying to murder everyone.
I'm gonna be using slippery again. And
Yep.
Sneaky.
Okay, you go ahead and use slippery then.
Okay, no. I don't think fleas don't really fly, do they? They jump.
They jump.
Yeah, they jump.
Because could you imagine using a little like fly to like break up the landing? Okay. That is a 3.
As you jump down, you you all smell the smell of rotting meat, and you're like,
Oh,
rotting meat.
our favorite.
A good amount of the rats flood into this pitcher shaped pod on the plant that just smells like rotting meat. And they come up to it, it's like a waxy surface, and they fall into this pitcher
Oh,
and and they're just like
Yes.
dissolved by the enzymes there.
Ronald, no.
instantly? They're instantly dissolved?
This is a
Eunice.
very dangerous magical plant.
That's like
you
all
take
of
a
the
harm.
chiropractor rats. No.
Oh no! Go ahead and take a harm.
Okay.
Probably like 50 rats now.
How many chiropractor rats were there?
There was like 15.
It was among. They were among
Yeah,
the rats.
there
that went
were
in.
there were 15 rats that just died.
So I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2, so unless do you want to spend a zeal to survive, or is this how the horde goes out?
I think this is how the horde dies.
The horde, as the chiropractor rats go in,
Hubris.
the
Or
rest of the horde
Hamartia, rather.
just can't contain their hunger as they flood into this pitcher and begin to like start just into a feeding frenzy inside as they're being rapidly dissolved, but they're just eating, and the horde is no more.
Ah,
Tragic.
all
Hi,
right.
Jamie. Okay. How far away is Himini from Terry? What's Terry's situation? What's his?
So Himini, now that you have a wand, has started to back off from Terry, because she now no longer has a way to create any like shield or anything like that. She can't
Mhm.
do anything aside from body block. And Himini is not Himini is very, very smart. She's not very wise, but she's not stupid enough to be like, I'll body block.
Okay. How far
so
away am I
Terry-
from Terry?
Terry is like 2 feet in closing. Like you are gaining on
Okay.
him. Like,
And he still has his surprise tag.
yeah, he only has a surprise tag now.
Which means, which only
Wh-
means
which-
when he enters a scene, he can.
When he
deal
enters the
with any
scene, and he's
damage.
already in the scene.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to get rid of the tag to kill him?
Yes, that is how you kill him. Is when he has no more tags, he is dead. So
Okay.
basically, if you just deal harm to him, he has 1 health left, and that is it.
Oh, that's it.
I'll come
Great.
down to
Great.
this.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did I do this?
It's
Well, I mean, it's
I mean, I
homicide,
could-
so there's a lot of
What?
ways to do it.
Well,
It's
yeah,
homicide.
but like-
You've done that a lot.
yeah, absolutely. But like, I'm in public in front of an arena of people, and
Oh,
if I
absolutely.
just go,
exactly, and
Do you want to keep your job or
and-
something?
yeah, Vivica
Yes.
wants like the boatman. No, like he sees this and he's like, oh, like he can see like Vivica wants to like stay in the school. He wants to she wants
Oh.
to like keep friendship with him
Uh-huh.
and
Also, if any of you guys takes harm, I'm just gonna be protective and take it for you because
Cool.
yeah.
if Vivica does nothing, like if she blusters, will the gondola just kill Terry for her? Like, is it going that fast?
It would not relative to him, but that would be a thing that the boatman could make a move on, is to try and run him down with the gondola. Or Bucky can try and do something from hanging off of the
Okay,
another
all right.
guy's
No.
neck.
Here's what she's gonna do. She is going to use magic on the gondola to like try and like stop it, slow it down, make it a big show. Like, don't worry, Terry, I'm working on it. And she's gonna make it knock him off his broom.
Okay. So go ahead. You have the scene tag gondola.
Mm-hmm. Has he noticed the loss of his friends at all?
Terry?
Yes.
Terry has noticed that. I mean, his friends aren't dead; they're still next to him.
But like,
just-
not.
But yeah, he
there.
has noticed that they're not in a
Is he
great
concerned
position.
by them at all? Okay.
It's a little hard to tell. His face
Yeah.
is kind of covered in,
Destruction.
destruction. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
but he certainly isn't
Okay,
like
all right.
he
Can
isn't slowing
I-
down to try and like
Can
help,
I use
help
my
John.
"it is dangerous to care about others" because Himini has left and left him open?
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Ooh.
So that gives me 3 then, right? Because I get gondola, lesson I learned, and then I'm doing the thing. That 3
no,
or is
do
that
it-
2?
That's 2. If you have another thing you can add to it, but
I have being beautiful. I have alchemy. I really specialize myself on this one.
I'm gonna say that this is a 2 dice roll.
I got a 6 and a 3, y'all.
Yeah.
Awesome. So with a get violent, I will say that is I'm gonna say this is don't take harm and don't and deal harm to him. And I'll say don't take harm is essentially at this point looking convincingly enough that like that was an accident.
Don't take a harm to my reputation.
Yeah. As you begin casting this spell to slow it down, you twist a little bit and speed it up instead as the gondola it just like comes in.
I think like it pulls off to the side and you're like, yeah, great. And she's like, she's veering it off, and then it just clips him.
Yeah, it clips him. You see it hits the diamond roller skates, and you see that it hits where the money is stored, and the money just starts falling out. $100 bills fall into the crowd as suddenly this thing runs out of fuel and drops like a rock.
And she's still in Oscar mode, like she's been like performing. She's like, Terry, no!
Himini,
She's like reaching for him.
like dives to go after him, but she's not really the best flyer.
Oh, she's nothing to fly with.
Yeah, she's just like normal broom. She's not great.
Oh. Okay.
Terry hits the ground.
Ooh.
Speeding from 100 feet in the air.
He doesn't fall into the land.
And as he's on the ground, you see him like he raises his head and says, "But I'm the chosen." Giant root comes down, like pulls them into a one of its pitchers, and you hear some little voices inside. Food.
More meat. Yes.
Oh
boy.
All right.
Seeing that Terry is, I'm gonna let go of the. I mean, how high
Okay.
is that? How high am I?
How
100
high
feet in
is
the air.
that?
Okay, well then I'm not gonna let go. Just kidding.
How is John not
How is he not
gone
like
down?
right?
John it has lost consciousness at this point and is just like basically like reflexively like just hanging like hanging on by sheer just force of will.
Muscle memory.
Muscle memory. He does not seem to be very cognizant of what's going on. He is just gripping and dying. Himini is way at the bottom of the ground and is currently trying to like help Terry, although that guy is dead. You can't fix death. It's the one thing magic can't do.
Hated that guy.
All right.
Just Bucky. Yeah.
Can,
With that, the souls begin to start fading from the gondola as it begins to.
I'm like
No,
gesturing them
help me.
to come back.
The gondola spins around. Bucky, how are you getting out of the situation that you're in?
No,
Try and
I,
climb. He's probably gonna like come off like it's one of those fair ladders. And
I
spin
think
around.
I got you, Bucky. I think I'm not gonna leave you behind. I grab Vivica by the throat and make like a big show of it. Just being like yes. let this be known as the day when the Dark Lord finally destroyed the boy who survived. Ah!
Screams,
And then
screams throughout the place as you run away with Vivica in your arms.
well, I'm to Vivica. I'm like, all right. Do you want to like, do you want to like me to leave you here or like
No,
kidnap you?
I'll bask in the praise. Yeah, I can do this. Let go for you, smell.
All right, I throw Vivica to the ground. I'm like, I'll spare you this day, and I take my gondola and my oar and I row across the solid earth, because I'm just that strong.
Man, good for him. Good
Yeah,
for the
like
boat,
the spirits begin to start forming the river, but like you don't have time. It's just like
And I'm like, all right, Bucky, come on, Landon. I'm right here. Come on.
All right, I'm gonna let go and try
Okay.
and land it.
go ahead and avoid danger for me.
Ah! Okay. I don't have anything. Because I'm not
Help
using my
out.
whip, I'm letting
I
go of my whip.
Is there a help out move in this game?
Oh,
Uh,
bad guys
let's
don't help
see.
each other.
Excuse
You're
you.
telling us.
There is cunning ploy.
Oh wait,
and
you
that's
have the
it.
broom, don't you? You
Can Broomy be alive and come?
Rumi's still alive. Yeah,
Ruby's
he's still
just been
around.
watching.
He was in the
Liam's
gondola.
strangling a student.
Oh, dude, he was.
Yeah, you can call the Broomy.
Broomy!
You know what? That's not even a roll. Broomy will just fly up to you and pick you up.
Yes.
Good on you, lads.
And he'll bring you down to the gondola, where you are currently sitting with the boatman as the river Nix was the river Nix.
Schmicks.
The river Schmix,
Schmix.
sorry,
Six.
raises up, and just hundreds of ghosts pile in as the gondola just takes off.
Riding off into the sunset.
Thank you,
need-
the boatman.
I need the boatman to make one last avoid danger, as these wizards just saw you murder someone. They're not going to let you just leave without.
You know what?
trying to stop you?
Vivica's gonna help him out here. She's not a complete monster. She's going to use it is dangerous to care about others and her perk distraction
Ooh.
to do the thing. Also being so beautiful. So beautiful.
Absolutely.
She's just gonna scream for help and be like, Terry Banner, no. You know, Cedric Diggory's dad.
I was literally just thinking that. My boy.
Alright.
This is like the
That
what
was
if for
my
Harry
son.
Potter.
Which great scene. Good for him. Like that guy was in the movie for 2 minutes and he really stole the show.
I believe that is
Nice.
2 dice.
3.
3. Wait, sorry.
I'm using my lesson.
Yep.
My perk, which is distraction.
So the perk distraction is what lets you do this.
Boo. I couldn't have done that either way for like talk it over.
That would be like for one person, and a cunning ploy you could give them
Okay,
you could give them an
that's fine.
advantage on their like sneak around, but this is
That's
like
fine.
you distracting a bunch of people at once.
Well, I got a 6 and a 2, so you can't keep me down, James.
I can't. All eyes turn to you as
And she
there
cries
is-
so beautifully.
it's beautiful, and as you do, everyone feels it. The boy who survived is dead. Dark times are coming. The Dark Lord killed their champion.
These are mad times, I tell you, mad.
As you're there, like weeping over the
Minnie
corpse.
probably comes up.
It-
you know.
yeah,
Like
him and
Himi's
the-
definitely there before me, and so I'm just like, no, and I like, put my hands on her shoulders.
uh,
Just
she
picturing you like
just comes up to
pushing her
you.
out of the
Get out of the way! I cared about him more. I knew him for a day.
Himony like puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Professor, there's nothing you could have done."
No, I was in the gondola. I knocked him off. It was oh god.
And with that, we will bring this game to a close.
To a solemn end.
A solemn end. Rip the horde.
It just felt like the most correct way to die. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I was really
The
hoping to die
temptation
saving
of
someone,
food.
but
Yeah.
but then the boatman saved me.
The moment, like, surprisingly solid dude. Like, what a good wingman.
I mean, he is a father.
That doesn't mean
Yeah.
much. Like, he inherently doesn't make him a good wingman.
Well, I mean, he's like a good father. You know what I mean? Like, he's
Yeah,
a good.
fair enough. I do
No.
crimes for my son.
Now the boatman having completed his mission, he has like normally he accepts Shiny for ferrying across the river Schmix, but he's doing it for free for like a week, and that includes ferrying a ton of hungry rats across the river.
as you're there
Yes.
ferrying the 100 rats, there is one boy with a scar on his forehead who is there with all the rats.
Awkward.
I
I say, do you have any Shiny?
No, the other spirits told me that you were doing it for free for this week.
That didn't include little boys. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about this.
Oh,
Ooh.
what a jerk
Oh,
move.
you don't understand. I died in the most horrible way. My best friend in the world punched me in the face so hard that it broke every bone in my neck and face. And then I was knocked off a broom and then eaten by 100 rats inside of an acid pit inside of a giant plant.
All right.
All of the rats just kind of like look at each other, like, "What do you do?"
And the end.
No, like Vivica, she is going to keep her job, keep her hustle, but after this horrible traumatic event, what is the likelihood of her flipping Himony?
I'd say Himony, now that she doesn't have the influence of Terry Panner, whose really only good quality is that he inspired other people to be good.
He's the opposite of Bucky.
She could be easily put on it would take some finessing. It would take someone
Oh, take time.
You have years.
She has the whole year.
Hey, you can have more than that if you want to
Oh,
stay
yeah.
on.
She's
the
gonna stay
abjuration
on.
professor just
But,
dies
like,
all the time. If you survive,
If
you can.
Himony, if Vivica cannot corrupt this easily swayed little girl in less than a year, she's failed as an evil queen.
I will say absolutely you could corrupt Himony to be your
Great.
dark apprentice.
And like, you know what, like she was like, despite all our talk about not caring about people, she was like really touched that Himony was like, "I trust you, take my wand." And you know, she's going to make a potion that for all intents and purposes blinds her to Himony's beauty. Because it's like, you know what, I'm kind of committed to this kid. I'm sure something could undo it, right? Like for the sequel, the scales could fall from her eyes, but like she's fond of this kid.
Absolutely.
She's like really fond of this kid.
You drink the potion brewed for yourself to make it so every time you see Himony, she just never is quite as beautiful as you.
Like,
But not so ugly that it's
sweet.
offensive to you.
Yeah, she's a sweet girl.
And
Yeah,
it only took the murder of a young boy to make you not so bad.
I
Bucky.
mean, she's doing this to not murder her advantageous apprentice. Like, let's not break our arms patting her on the back. What's Bucky do? What's his epilogue?
Bucky's gonna try and pay back the Dark Lord. He's gonna go to his.
I like the idea that like he's like, oh, all right, you know, I've earned a little, like I paid off a little bit of the debt, and Boatman's like, oh, there were like just hundreds. There are $100 bills just like chilling over there.
There were.
Wait, like, yeah.
yeah, you left. You didn't really have time to go and gather.
Does
a
he
bunch of them.
accept dollar bills or does he accept shiny?
He accepts.
Oh, the
blood
boatman
money.
accepts shiny. I think she was referring to the fact that right before Terry died, there was an explosion of $100 bills.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So
Oh,
I'm gonna go to the cave and be like, hey, you my misshapen friend.
Yes.
Hey, ugly.
So
I've seen the news. I keep that GIF going at all times. And you see that the person who the Dark Lord is attached to has like a computer screen. And it's like a lol fail thing of like Terry hitting the ground, getting up, and then getting crushed.
Terry Panner epic fails. Yeah.
fails with a Z.
And there's a million dislikes on this and one like.
So that's the big one. That's the big job. I'm free, right?
Well, you're free of your previous debt,
Yes.
but you strike me as a goblin who likes power and money. Would you be interested in something else? A new
What?
job?
What kind of something else?
And that's where we'll leave it.
This has been Terry Panner and the time we actually got him.
Thank you for listening to Terry Panner and the time we actually got him. A bit of funny production read by James Jackson.
Lindsay
Cole
Palmer.
Henderson. Oh, sorry.
Waggle.
Cole Henderson and Lindsay Palmer.
Danielle Wade.
And Jamie Merrill. Check us out on our podcast. A Bit of Funny is found wherever podcasts are found. We laugh a little, we cry mostly from laughing, and
We
know.
tell way too many spooky stories.
yeah, that's true. That is
It's the
true.
holiday. It's the season.
It is
you
the
know.
season. Also, we're just spooky people.
Deeply spooky.
Anyways, like, comment, follow, subscribe, standard things to say, and everybody
Stay
say goodbye
hydrated.
because we out.
Bye.
Bye.